Welcome to Drumchapel St.Andrew's virtual church. I hope you're doing okay, and it's good to see the situation's improving. It's good to see that health statistics are looking better, and also a relaxation in a lot of the restrictions that we've been living with for what feels like a really long time. So it's good to be able to look forward and to begin to see the sort of shoots of revival. As far as church is concerned, you'll have heard from the announcement this week that we have been given the green light to look towards reopening, and for our church we're looking towards, at the moment, if all things stay the same as they are just now and restrictions don't change, we're looking towards the 16th of August for our opening Sunday back in church. But lots more details to come on that nearer the time. We've got a lot of stuff to do just to put everything in place to make that happen. But it is good to be able to look forward to that and just to have a sense that we will be together again physically in the not too distant future. But meantime, it has been good to be in touch and to be connecting just online. Thanks so much for tuning into this. And one of the things I'd like to say just now is just again a really big thank you to all of you for your support, encouragement and love throughout this time. I've just felt so surrounded by all of that, and I appreciate that sense that as a church family we have been so much together through this, and that has really helped. For me, it's been absolutely wonderful, just knowing that you are there, and I know that for everyone within our church family that has been really special. So thank you for that, and thank you for being part of our church family online. It has been good to have you here as part of this journey and to look forward to the future together. We will find some way of continuing an online connection as well once we're going back into church again. So this will not stop completely. It'll be different, but there will be some way of continuing to connect on Facebook and on YouTube as we move forward as well. So our theme for today is growth mindset. Again, I've put links to our songs and videos, and if you're looking on Facebook, then if you go to the post below this one, all our songs are on that, and also the two videos that we're going to look at today. And if you're on YouTube, if you go past all the videos that are underneath this one, there's a section for comments, and the first comment is links to our songs and videos. Our first song is One More Step Along the World I Go. This would be our sharing time right now, so thoughts with you for whatever's going on in your life just now. And I hope over summertime that you will find some space just to take some time out, get a break, and hopefully to have some sort of a summer holiday. I know everything's strange and nothing's like it would normally be, but I hope that you will get some time out anyway. If it's your birthday around now, I hope you have had or will have a really good day. I want you to pause me just now and to watch our video, Riley's Journey. It's from the movie Inside Out. Inside Out is a fabulous movie. If you haven't seen it, really encourage you to find some time to watch it. It's just got so much in it. The video is sort of a picture of Riley's life so far, and of how her different emotions impact on how she's feeling and how she reacts. And it's interesting because there's no words in that video, but actually you have a sense totally of what's going on and what emotions are happening at the different parts of that journey. And probably it's not so different from any of our journeys. There are things that we are proud of and things that we're not proud of. Times that things have worked for us, sometimes spectacularly, and times that things have worked against us, again, sometimes spectacularly. There are things we can control and things we can't control, but we can always control how we respond to things. Sometimes we get it right, and sometimes we don't. There are people who are always there for us, whatever. They are like gold dust. And there are people who touch our lives just for a moment and still make a difference. There are things we learn along the way that help us to react better next time. Wisdom is a gift God gives us to help us throughout our journey, to help us to grow as people and to become who we're meant to be. Let's do a prayer. God, along life's journey, there are so many different emotions. There are things that challenge me and things that excite me and inspire me. There are people who are always there for me, and I am so grateful for them. There are other people who touch my life just for a moment and who still make a difference. There are people who challenge me, and I need to work out a way through that. Throughout my journey, I know that you're there, and I have a gift of wisdom to help me to work out what to do for now and for what lies ahead. Amen. And if you want to pause me again, our song is Thank You for the Music. You don't have to sing the first line of it, and you'll see what I mean when we switch it on. So, thank you for the music. We're going to do a prayer and invite you to make yourself part of it in your own heart. God, in this moment, I recognise I am coming through. There have been times these past months I haven't been sure. Times I've struggled, felt lonely, wondered how to do it. It has been a hard journey. And I'm aware that coming out of lockdown will be just as hard. But I know I will find a way through. I will find my song. And as I sing it in my heart, I will know that I'm not a bit of a bore. I am me. I am awesome. I am who I'm meant to be. In this moment, I allow peace to fill my life. I get anxious when too many demands challenge me. But when I allow peace to set the agenda, I'm reassured that I will find a way to address the many things I have to do. And when I let peace set the agenda, I get everything else in my life and around my life in perspective. In this moment, I recognise the value of being. and I let go of the need to do. I find my balance just in being, not in doing. Doing does not define or rule me. In this moment, I take control of my life. I set the pace of my life. I choose what I catch and what I let go. A thought for the people in my heart at this time, for all I love. A thought for our church family and for our 3D family. A thought for all who are part of my life. A thought for our community. A thought for our country. And a thought for our world. Sometimes I feel tired with the energy I've used throughout lockdown. But I am encouraged that I have had that energy to use. And as I recharge, I will have energy for what lies ahead. I send out energy into the world, and I welcome the energy I take from the world and from others. When I change, the world will change. Amen. Our Bible story today is from the book of Matthew, chapter 13, from verse 1 through 9. That same day, Jesus left the house and went to the lakeside, where he sat down to teach. The crowd that gathered around him was so large that he got into a boat and sat in it, while the crowd stood on the shore. Jesus used stories to tell them many things. Once there was a man who went out to sow grain. As he scattered the seed in the field, some of it fell along the path, and the birds came and ate it up. Some of it fell on rocky ground where there was little soil. The seeds soon sprouted because the soil wasn't deep. But when the sun came up, it burned the young plants, and because the roots hadn't grown deep enough, the plants soon dried up. Some of the seed fell among thorn bushes, which grew up and choked the plants. But some seeds fell in good soil, and the plants bore grain. Some had 100 grains, others 60, others 30. And Jesus concluded, "Listen then, if you have ears." And a reading from Frahima Hassan. Do not let your past heartbreak rob you of your future love. Do not let your past failure rob you of your future success. Do not let your past breakdown rob you of your future breakthrough. Do not let your past sadness rob you of your future happiness. Do not live in your past. Learn from it, heal from it, and move on. You have a beautiful today to live and a bright tomorrow to look forward to. And our song is, O Love That Wilt Not Let Me Go. I love that when Jesus had something important to say, he always used story to say it. Here's the thing about a story. It involves you. It's about understanding, imagination, where it takes you. Is a story if no one hears it? It could be, but a story lacks a dimension if there is no interaction. Because a story is bigger than what you hear. It's what it makes you feel, what it inspires you to do, what it inspires you to be. A story doesn't ever tell you everything. It allows you to do the next bit yourself. A story is living, dynamic, life-changing. Today's story is about seeds. The people Jesus was talking to would see this all the time. People out in fields sowing seeds. Seeds are incredible. I think I've been in my garden more often in the last few months than I've been in the whole of the time that I've lived here. A couple of weeks ago, the grass had just been cut. The gardener, not me. And suddenly, 2 weeks later, when I look at the grass, there are buttercups and daisies and clover everywhere. Where did they come from? They weren't there 2 weeks ago. Things change. The seeds in Jesus' story are the message of God's kingdom. What does that mean? What is God's kingdom? It's that life place where you become the best you can be. It's where you listen to your higher self. It's not about being perfect. It's about being in the place where you grow, where you find peace, where you find happiness, where you find a sense of who you can be. It's about wisdom. This story starts with the universal, what happens to everyone, and it moves to the individual, what happens to you. The seeds land everywhere. What can you do to make that work for you? Well, you can be the gardener of your own life. You can make sure that the soil is ready so that the seeds will grow. I was setting up a new online account. Got to the security questions. I always hate them because later I can never remember the answers. Like favourite movie star. and I put someone down, and a year later I have no idea who it is because it'll be somebody else by then. But hey, this one's got an easy security question. Lucky number. Great. 7. Easy. I put in 7. It rejects it. Has to be 3 characters. How many people have a lucky number with 3 characters? Nobody. I had to settle for first pet. You can change your life without having to change who you are. We are made to grow. That is our nature. In positive psychology, there's a really useful concept, and it's fixed mindset or growth mindset. And which mindset we have affects how we live. Fixed mindset says you are good at something or you're not. You are the finished product. You are labelled according to your characteristics. You work by performance goals. You win or you lose. Growth mindset says your abilities aren't fixed. You have potential. You are becoming. You have the capacity to develop, to change. You work with learning goals. You learn from every experience. Wisdom, faith, the seeds in this story take you to growth mindset. You never stop growing. You never fail. Growth mindset. Learning goals. Nelson Mandela said, I never lose. I either win or I learn. I got a flyer through the door. Must have noticed all the buttercups and daisies and clovers. Mr. Gibson, the gardener. And right at the top, it says, we specialise in low maintenance or no maintenance gardens. That could possibly be the perfect job. A gardener who specialises in no maintenance gardens. That would be like being a doctor who specialises in people who are well. You know, you don't get no maintenance lives. There are thorn bushes and rocky paths and seed-eating birds. But you know the amazing thing about seeds? They can grow anywhere. How often have you seen plants growing in the most unlikely places, breaking through cracks in concrete? And you think, how could that even happen? Once you start that growth mindset journey, when you open yourself to wisdom, peace, self-awareness, there is no end to where you can find yourself, to what you can see happening in your life. I'm going to ask you to pause me for a moment and to watch a video. It's a Barclays advert and it's called Start Today. fixed mindset or growth mindset? What have you been putting off that would make a difference in your life? What do you need to start today? Because this is the first day of the rest of your life. From the BBC documentary Serengeti, for all of us, embracing our destiny can be the hardest challenge of all. Let's do a prayer. God, I listened to this story about the seeds and the soil, and all of it makes sense for my life. There are different types of soil and different challenges for the seeds. But if I am a gardener, I create the environment for the seeds to thrive. In this moment, in my life, I create the environment for wisdom, faith, peace to thrive. And as I watch my life unfold, I will reap the benefits of this moment as I become all I can be. Amen. I invite you to share for a moment in a moment for reflection, and the song that we're going to listen to in our moment for reflection is called Love Song of a Tiny Flower by Lucinda Drayton. Our next song is Will You Come and Follow Me? Thanks so much for accessing today's service. It's been lovely connecting with you, and really special to know that we're part of our wider community. So thank you for being here. Take care. Hope things go well in the week ahead for you. Our closing song is Forever Young. And again, I have linked our closing prayer. May God's blessing surround you today. Have a good week ahead. Take care.